My name is Tricia Escobar. I am the director of the Cesar Chavez Cultural Center, and I have been here since 1992. So I've just finished my 26th year and started my 27th year in January of 2019. So the center started September of 1985. There's many reasons why the center needs to exist. For one, we are sitting in a community that is nearly 35% Latinx. The local district is almost 60% Latinx. So it is imperative that we educate the Latinx community that is up and coming. Also, the center exists to support the Latinx population on campus. It's a place to support, affirm, and validate student experiences.
My name is Joel Orozco Almeida, and I serve as the Associate Director here for the Cesar Chavez Cultural Center at the University of Northern Colorado. So we like to call ourselves a home away from home. That's one of the taglines that we use. And really, primary spaces is for students to be able to feel at ease or feel comfortable, something like at home that could be familiar to them. So with that, there's about 5 different categories that that I like to kind of touch base on. So the first one would be staff dedicated to supporting students' access, and the way that looks like it would be, for example, we have 2 graduate assistants who help us out with different types of efforts. Like one of them, we have one that is specifically doing academic programming, where she serves as an academic interventionist. So if students are maybe struggling with learning a little bit more about how to have better time management skills, if you will, we can offer to have some one-on-ones with her.
UNC has an enrollment of 20.8% for undergraduate students and 10.1% for graduate students. That means about 1 in 4 students at UNC identifies as Latinx. In addition, 40% of the UNC population identifies as first generation. And it is my feeling that there is a lot of our Latinx students fall within the first generation category as well.
We also outsource other services such as our transition coach. So for students who are about to graduate, for example, or looking into professional or graduate school, they can meet with our transition coach and just like kind of coach them through that process of kind of what that looks like. We do have some other folks who frequent the center. For example, we have a great partnership with Counseling Psychological Services. So Dr. Olivia Rios, who it's the counseling psychologist who comes and actually facilitates sessions here at the center.
So first generation students have different issues they need to overcome to be able to be successful at UNC. That's why we need to work to resolve issues of inequality through working to improve opportunities and upward mobility for our students on campus.
We believe that it is important to connect our students not just to buildings, but perhaps even like connect them to like people. So instead of saying you should go to this specific hall, we say like you need to go and talk to this specific person. And a lot of our efforts that we do is actually through our event programming. We do have our annual events who we have adopted year by year. So a good example of that would be during our celebration of like Hispanic heritage or like Latinx month celebration. We do have an event called 16 de Septiembre where we celebrate the independence of Latin American countries and really just pay homage, if you will, or like remembrance of knowing how diverse the Latin American is, and expose even our campus partners, but also our students who identify within different places in Latin America to feel like they belong in this space.
As a first generation student, there was many things I had to learn on my own. For one, my parents had not acquired secondary education at all. My father had finished the 3rd grade and my mother finished 6th grade. So the amount of information and cultural capital that they were able to give to me when I started college was none.
Well, another great piece is we know that social engagement or the opportunity for students to feel that they belong on campus is important, and we have great partnerships not only with other cultural and resources centers that we have here on campus, that we can connect with students as we understand that perhaps their Latin identity is one of their salient identities, but it's not the only one, and it's important for us to recognize that students holistically, if you will, and be able to connect them with other resources on campus that they can also benefit. And the last one is that we believe that it is important for students to find a space where they can call home, and oftentimes just providing that one space where maybe you can come here and cook a meal, or perhaps you want to utilize the computer lab. We do have that service, or just overall a meeting space where you want to host maybe an event and be able to find some like-minded folks that believe in values that you also hold truth. It's something that is embraced in this space.
My favorite memory of the Cesar Chavez Cultural Center is the very first time I came in for Éxito Latino. I walked in and there was about 5 to 10 people just in line waiting for me and the rest of the people that came in, waiting for us, greeting us, just saying hi, being friendly to everybody, and just making us feel welcome.
My favorite thing about the center is just how it feels like a house, it feels like a home. There's a lot of students that come in here, there's food all the time. You get to use the computers if you need to do homework, and then you could just come here to chill, watch TV, whatever.
A memorable story I had with the center that they helped me out with was when I was having some roommate troubles. It was just not a good fit, but they helped me get out of that situation and get into a better space for myself.
I think people should start coming to the center more because, like I said, I think it's a family. If you feel like you're not connecting to campus, I think the cultural centers are definitely a place to start looking into. Like I said, I found a family here. I found more than a family. I found friends. I found support. I know that my grades get better because I come here and I study, and there's writing tutors, there's math tutors, there's clubs and orgs that connect back to the center, and I know that I wouldn't be as involved as I am if it wasn't for the center.
I advise people to come to the Cesar Chavez Cultural Center because it's inclusive to everyone. You don't have to identify as Latinx. You can come in, you can do homework, you can hang out, you can meet new people. Everyone's pretty approachable, so it's a really good place to be.
My favorite story is when I first came in, the person that greeted me, his name is John. And the first thing he told me was, welcome home. And like I said, coming from just moving away and not having family around me, and then hearing that, I knew that I was meant to be here. So that's my favorite thing.